What's going on, Digidestined? Scott Sedman here for London Players Guild, bringing you our first ever Digimon Digi-Deck profile for the Digimon card game. That's a lot of Digi. Yeah, that's the point. So the deck's name, of course, you got to name a deck, right? It's Bird Bear Dinosaur, as you can see in the thumbnail. It's pretty cute, play on Duck Duck Goose, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to break down the deck, the ratios, the numbers, everything in between. So starting off, this is just going to be two Gaia Red decks put together, so there's no going to be promos, no set one stuff, just what you can do with two starter decks put together. And yeah, let's get straight into it with our 4 Digitarma of Koromon. It's a level 2, obviously. You put it in the raising area. Your turn. Sorry, this is an inherited skill. Your turn, if your Digimon has 4 or more evolution sources, this Digimon gets plus 1k, which is pretty good. It's alright. It requires you to be at mega level, so it's a bit iffy. It's not going to come into effect too much with this deck, and obviously you can only have 4 of one card per deck, so that's why we don't have 5 Koromon. It's a shame. It's a shame. But that's what we've got to deal with. That's what we're going to deal with. So moving on to the rookie Digimon and the level 3s. We'll start off with Agumon, because he's the weakest. 2000 DP. Inherited skill of this Digimon gets 1000. So that's a pretty good inherited skill, right? Like, that will help you overcome a lot of matches when you're attacking security. I think that's a decent enough skill. Obviously, it's a free cost level 2. 0 evolution, which is fine. Next up we got Biyomon, which is on the thumbnail. She's completely a vanilla, but 3k, only costs 2 to play. That's important. That's important right there, because it's such a low cost to drop a 3k down. Or you can evolve it for free, so then you're getting a draw. She's just really good, right? I really like this Biyomon. Then we got Dracomon. Now, he's the strongest of the rookies in this deck. Like 4k DP for evolving on 0. It's a good rookie to have in the deck, but vanilla under inherited skill. So the only card from the rookies that we're taking that has inherited skill is Agumon, and we're playing 4 of all of those rookies naturally, because you do not want to be stuck. You want to be constantly evolving or playing cheap cards out, which is kind of the point of this deck. It's quite an aggro-y deck, but as cost-effective aggro as I could make it. Next up we have our champion Digimon, which is Beardramon. Now the card art for this is fire, pun intended. It's so good looking. I don't know how you can not like the artwork of this. It's fantastic. Yeah, a 5k, it costs 2 to evolve. It's fine. It's it is what it is. It's the best thing about this, again, like the Biyomon, it's just 1 less to evolve. It's to hardcast. It's 4, so that's a really good, nice number. Especially if you get put to 3, you can put your opponent to 1 memory. That's really good, but just by hardcasting. So that's the main reason this is in there. But 5k for 2, we can only do better. And I'll go to Greymon next, I think. We're only running 2 Greymons. Here's the first non-4 of card. Yes, his inherited skill is plus 1 security attack, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant inherited skill. But he costs 5 to hardcast, right? Which is that's fine. It's generally standard for level 4s. It's not a great selling point, but it's only 4000 DP. To reference, our Dracomon, our rookie boy, can go toe to toe with him. It's not great, so I'm only running 2 of him. And the final champion Digimon we're running is, of course, Cordramon. I don't know how to say Cordramon. Cordramon. He's our generic blocker of the 3 starters. Like, each star has its own blocker, but again, so for the same cost of Greymon, he's 6k and a blocker, right? That's fantastic. I love it. It obviously doesn't have an inherit skill, which is fine. The deck doesn't really need inherit skills to thrive. But like the fact that it's a blocker is key. Like blockers are so important in this game. If you're not utilizing blockers, yeah, you're missing out. They're very, very key to surviving. Except maybe in yellow, you might get away with it in yellow. That's neither here nor there just yet. So yeah, he's our champion. 4 of, gotta have to have him. Like he's just good. Like he's just good. Okay. Like you probably don't want to evolve on top of him. You just want to keep him there as a blocker. But you know, if you want to pressure, you can attack and you can -2 memory, and that can come in handy. You don't ideally want to be doing that, but say if you're on 1, you've got nothing else to play, you might as well attack with him. I mean, obviously then he can't block, but if you want to pressure that much, you can swing, put it into 1 on your opponent's memory, but the attack will still go through. So, you know, it's risk reward, and that's why I like it. Then we're going on to the ultimate level Digimon, and the reason the name of this deck is Bad Dinosaur. We'll start with Metal Greymon. This boy, for free on your memory, he can evolve on top of any of the champions we've selected. There's a total of 10 targets it can go on. So hopefully you don't brick. There's no mulligan in this game. Or at least there's no mulligan yet. That might change. Who knows? So in your turn, it's an inherited skill. When this Digimon gets bots, it gets +3 memory. That's fine. Like it's whatever. We're not playing it for that. We're just playing it because it's a cheap 7k that it just does stuff, you know. And then if we do go to Omega, you like blocking becomes a problem. Like I love this card. I love its artwork. 4 of it, just because it's 7k, and it can do pressure. You generally want to be evolving into Metal Greymon, because hard casting him, you'll see why with our other ultimate, it's less cost effective. But again, if you're against the wall, you got to do it right. You got to do what you got to do. So obviously, without teasing you too much, I have lost our ultimate. There it is. Our second ultimate is Garudamon. Love Garudamon. Artwork is stellar. When Digivolved, one of your Digimon gets +3k DP to the end of the turn. Now this is fantastic. It's got to be done in the main battle area. You can't do it in the raising area and then give it to something on the field. You've got to do something on the field. Normally you're going to give it to itself and it becomes a 10k, which is so good for an ultimate. Like you're only going to have problems if you run into an opponent's security option cards that trigger on security, or if they have a mega in their security, which, you know, it happens. You just kind of got to take the L on that. But I love Garudamon, and again, 6 energy or 6 memory to play it. It's just good. It's just good. It's cost effective. But again, no inherited skills. So that's why you kind of want to be evolving up the Metal Greymon side of things, and then yeah. So and then we come to our first of the megas. Only 2 of Phoenixmon. It's a vanilla. It's cost 10, so keeping that cost effective. Evolve cost of 2, which is really good. So you only have to pay 2. So you are paying less than it costs to evolve into your ultimates for it. I think that's a really, really good option to just go into him and be like, cool, this is my mega. If you don't want to go into the big boy. But of course we have 2. War Greymon. I couldn't not run him. Ideally, I probably would run 4 Phoenixmon, but it's War Greymon. I gotta run the boy, you know. Like I gotta represent. I just gotta. So for each in your turn, for each 2 Digivolution sources this card has, +1 security attack. So if you've ramped up, this guy is gonna be. If you've evolved up, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be double 3. It'll be triple strike. I had to do quick math then in my head. It did not go well, as you can tell. So yeah, triple strike. And if we're going in best case scenario, if you evolve on top of the Greymon, It's quad security, and if it's got Metal Greymon underneath him, then well, oh boy, if they block you, you're gonna get free memory back, which is insane. The only downside to this is that it's 4 to evolve and 12 to hardcast. It's two more than both the Phoenix Mons. Again, I'm playing it because style points, and it's kind of got a good effect if you can pull it off, if you need to. But you don't really need to in this deck. You just kind of drop and swing for relatively no energy. Especially with these rookies, you want to just get in as many usefulness of the rookies as you can early game, and then when you got your big boys, they've got to deal with them. Yeah, so that's the Digimon out of the way, the most fun part. We'll move on to a tamer, which is our tamer of Tai. Obviously, we're running 4 of him, two memory, cheapest card in the deck, bar one of the option cards, and it's on par with Beamon, which is fantastic. When in your turn, all Digimon get 1+1, which is fantastic for cards like Dracomon. It's fantastic for cards like Beardramon. And your megas are basically safe at that point, bar you hitting an unfortunate option trigger. Now moving on to our option cards. Because at first I was like, I'm not going to run many option cards. And I was like, there's not enough cards in the starter deck pool to not run them. So start off with Wingblade. Garudamon looking fire. Main, one of your opponent's Digimon. Why do I keep saying your opponent's Digimon? One of your Digimon gets plus 3k to the end of turn. It's fine. It's fine. The main reason it's in here is because of the security effect. If it gets triggered off your security, all your Digimon get +1 security until the end of your next turn. That is fantastic. That makes things very dangerous, especially revealing this early on. Ooh, it's good. It's just good. Like, you can't not like that card. Then we've got Starlight Explosion. Don't know why I said it like that. All your security Digimon get +7k. It's a defensive thing more than anything. For 2, if you know you're gonna face some damage, you want to kill the board, you might as well play it. It is what it is. I think it's like the only defensive tact this deck has, bar the next card. But I mean, for 2, it's fine. You know what I mean? If nothing else, you just kind of keep it in your hand. If it does get a hit off your security, it does trigger for free, so you're saving yourself too. And maybe the next attack isn't going to kill you. The only card we're not playing is Giga Blaster, by the way. Like, just if you wanted to know that. But finally, the creme de la creme, the 4 of Terra Force. This or Gaia Force, as you know, either or. Preference is fine. Destroy one of your opponent's Digimon. Yeah, alright, it's costly, but if they've got a fully evolved Metal Garurumon on board, you want it gone. You don't want to deal with that. And yeah, security, you activate this card's effect. So ideally you want this in your security, but you know, if you draw one, it's there for when it's a problem. I really like this card, and I think it's the MVP of the deck. It's not really a defensive option because it's so costly. You are going to probably go into your opponent's turn. Unless they do drop something big and then you just drop this in response, then that's killer combo. That's so much fun. But yeah, basically everything I'm running 4 ofs, bar the Greymon, which is 2, Phoenixmon, which is 2, and Metal Greymon, which is 2. So it's a very simple deck. It's pretty easy to play. Not too many effects, mostly vanillas. All you got to worry about is your blocker, and then 2 inherited skills, technically 4, but they're not really going to come up that often. And yeah, and then your option cards. So it's pretty simple. So I kept it simple just in case you do get your start decks and you want to pick up and play and show someone how to play without having to keep going back to a translation sheet and be like, oh my god, what does this do? What does this do? What does this? That's why. If you want to make it even more simpler, you can swap out the Metal Greymons for 2 more Phoenixmons because they are vanilla. That's I've been Scott Sedman. This has been our first Digimon deck profile. Let us know what you would change. Bear in mind, this is only the starter deck cards. I've not used promos. I've not used set 1. I'll be doing the same thing for the blue Cocytus, which I've learned how to pronounce now. Sorry that I kept calling it Coctus. Cocytus blue and Heaven's Yellow. I'll be doing a version of this for them at some point. But right now, this is my deck, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bird Dinosaur. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, Scott here. Thank you for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you want to continue to support LPG outside of YouTube, I would implore you to check out our Patreon, our Facebook page, twitch.tv/playersguild, and our own site, londonplayersguild.com, all of which are linked in the description below. If you can't, not a problem. We just hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.